Hello?
Hi, is Pia there?
This is she.
Hey, Pia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. What's going on?
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. We do the morning show.
Okay.
How's it going?
Fine. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm calling you because you recently went out with a friend of mine, a guy named Colby, who you met online.
What?
Yeah. I know it sounds kind of weird, but Colby said he had a really good time with you, but you sent him a text message that said you're not interested in seeing him again and you don't want him to contact you anymore. Why is that?
We're just not compatible.
Why?
What makes you guys not compatible? He said that you guys both liked art, actually was very impressed with your knowledge of art. He also shared that he enjoyed the conversation you had at the bar and you even ended the night with a kiss.
Pia, the way he painted it was the perfect date.
We're just not compatible. He's a Gemini and I'm a Capricorn, and it's a disaster waiting to happen. And I'm going to stop it before it gets started, and that's why I put an end to it.
Wait, so your reasoning, Pia, is really because of your astrological signs?
Yeah.
They don't mesh?
Pia, are you serious? Pia, really? I got to let you know I'm a Gemini. I don't know how this is going to work out for us on the phone even.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so you guys know that she probably has, like, mood swings and is irrational sometimes. And sometimes it's probably, like, we're two different people, right?
Brooke does
Interesting, yeah, so you don't want to date a Gemini. Okay, I guess I get it now.
We're parties. We're parties in a little package, Pia.
You guys are unstable.
So Pia, you don't want to date him because he's a Gemini?
Yes, Geminis and Capricorns do not go at all.
That's it? What? It's just a sign.
Hey, Colby?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm shaking my head.
He's on the phone?
Yeah, Pia. Colby was on the other line, and he heard everything that you just said.
Oh, my God.
Say hi to that dirty little Gemini, Colby, Pia.
I can't believe you. That's ridiculous. Our zodiac sign is the obstacle here.
Okay, and this is a perfect example, Colby. This is a perfect example of your irrational behavior. You're going to call the radio station and put me on the air? That doesn't even make any sense.
Wow.
You're on the other line, and you didn't even say anything. You could have called me and asked me why. You could have left a message, but you're just sending me text messages. You're so indecisive. I just can't. I'm not going to have that in my life, okay? So you need to accept it and deal with it and move on.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm on Pia's side here. I'm on Pia's side here completely. You are irrational. You're being irrational, and your mood swings and everything else. Pia, I'm sorry that you had to go through this. Colby?
Thank you.
Colby, what do you have to say for yourself?
This is just beyond.
We went on one date, Colby. Like, stop being so sensitive. Are you sure you're not a Pisces?
Wow, Pia.
Wow, she is aggressive.
I mean, she's right about the Pisces. My husband's a Pisces, and he is really sensitive. but no, come on, Pia. Are you being... Why?
Well, it sounds like you're the professional in zodiac.
Cry me a river, okay?
Pia, don't you think that the zodiac could be kind of like general guidelines, but maybe there's some outliers and some exceptions to the rule?
No.
Oh.
There's no exception to astrological signs.
Wow.
But Pia, are you telling me that you thought that he was just horrible during the date as well and exhibited every horrible sign of a Gemini, and that's why you can't ever be with him? Or you're just predicting things that you don't even know are going to happen?
I didn't think that he was horrible. I said that he was very handsome, and we had a lovely evening, but that's a deal breaker for me because this is a perfect example of the behavior that he will display if we were to continue a relationship together. He's sneaky. He's going behind my back to find things out. He was on the other line. Like, who does that?
Wow.
Wow. Pia, what sign are you supposed to be with?
Yes, please. Tell me that.
Libras, because they're balanced, and Capricorns need somebody very sturdy and reliable, just like ourselves. So that would be my ideal sign.
Colby, do you still want to go out with her again?
Would you?
Yes, I would. But then again, I'm not an irrational Gemini, so that's probably why I would give it another shot. Hey, I'd love to send you guys out on a second date. Would you be interested, either one of you, in going out again? Pia, please, would you go out with Colby one more time? We'll pay for the date.
Are you guys really even asking that question? Did you hear what just happened? Were you listening to anything that I said?
Wow.
Sorry.
It didn't sound that bad to me, really, if I'm being honest.
Well, of course you'd say that. You're probably a Virgo because you're fussy and whatever. I can't even handle this anymore. You guys are giving me a headache.
Pia, I am a Virgo.
You are?
Yeah, and I'm not proud of it. I think it's the worst sign out there. I hate it. So.
And you are kind of fussy.
Yeah, so you're aggravating.
She is? Are we talking to a psychic?
If you don't have your right amount of chicken breast every day. Or
Pia, how did you not just know we were calling when we called?
Hello,
Hey, can I speak to Mandy, please?
this is she.
Mandy, this is the Seattle Aquarium calling. You recently visited our lovely establishment?
Yeah. Why are you calling?
Well, we're missing a sea otter from the gift shop and wondering if you might be the culprit.
What?
This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. What's going
I
on?
like how they went from weird to weird again.
Yeah. What's going on is you recently went on a date with a guy named David to the Seattle Aquarium, right?
Yes.
And David wants to go out with you again. He liked you a lot, but he's wondering why you won't answer his phone calls.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason why you don't want to see David again?
Well, I came across as D-bag to me and seems to talk a lot.
Yes. Oh, he talks
bit.
so much, and he has so much energy, but he seems like, he's sincere.
It's good intentions.
Well, not so much on the date.
What were some of the highlights or lowlights of the date? I'm wondering what a date with David is like.
Sick, raw.
He bought me shots
Yeah.
on a first date, and I thought, why is he trying to liquor me up?
Wait, did you take the shots, though, Mandy? I mean, did you drink with them and have a good...
I did, because it was just like, he's like, shot, take it, come on. I'm just like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I might as well be drunk during this.
Take it, and then let's go check out the bivalves over at the aquarium. It's going to be awesome. So you didn't like the fact that he was trying to do shots at dinner. You didn't like going to the aquarium because I figured that would be a good place to take a date.
Here's the thing, like, the aquarium, at first, it seemed like a cute idea. But when we got there, like, he is so drunk that he goes up to the octopus thing and starts humping the window.
Again,
Okay.
sounds like a fun date to me.
Oh, my
Mandy,
God.
you went out on a date with a guy that stalked you on Facebook. Were you really shocked by all this?
I don't know. You seem nice on Facebook, and it's always nice to be told you're pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
My big question for you is why would you turn down a gift at the gift shop?
he asked me if I wanted to gift the gift shop. I'm just like, no, that's fine. So he pulls out a gift from his pocket. It's a locket with a picture of me in my bikini. A picture he must have gotten on Facebook.
What?
And his face on the other side.
No.
It was mainly my chest.
Okay.
No.
This just got creepy.
Wait, no. Can I just say something? I'm sorry. Hey, Mandy, what up? Sorry, what up?
What up?
Mandy, that's David. He was actually listening the whole time.
Oh, weird, David.
No, I was just trying to be funny because, like, I thought it was just going to be like a thing, like talking snack on it. I wasn't trying to like be creepy or anything. I'm sorry if it was. Like, what's weird about that?
Everything is weird.
There are so many levels of weird.
It's a bikini. I see bikinis all the time.
Not helping, David.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo, and who doesn't like to get faded before the aquarium? Like, I like getting faded. What's wrong with that?
Faded.
Is it something you do often, David?
Well, sometimes on like Taco Tuesdays or something, I'll have like some tequila, but in general, I wait until Thursday or Friday.
How old
You don't have
are
to wait.
you? How old are you, David?
Well, I'm 24.
Yeah. Hey, and Brooke, fun like that never has to stop. David sounds like he's doing the right thing.
You can go to
No,
work drunk, you go to
Yeah,
aquarium.
it's fine. So
Mandy,
you pulled out, David, you pulled out a picture of her in a locket of her in a bikini. You can see why she wouldn't want to go out with you, right?
Not at all, because I thought it was like a nice, kind gesture, and I was hoping I was hoping there'd be like a cute little sea otter locket thing there that I could put that picture in,
Dude.
and it'd be even more funny.
David, there is a reason why you left that information out when you were talking to us.
No way. And what's wrong with humping an octopus? For real. Like, obviously not like I'm serious. I'm not like trying to, get off humping an octopus. I just was like being a goof.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually went by the sea otters and tried to hump them too and French kissed them. So.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds like a fun time. I want to go out with him.
I'd love to hump some octopi.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Just screws out with me because obviously Mandy didn't take it. And like obviously we'd have a good time, bro. So maybe we can be wingmen and go rage it.
All right. That sounds like a plan to me. Hey, Mandy.
Oh my God. Mandy,
Before
I'm
I agree to
sorry.
going out with David, I do have to ask you this. Would you like to go on a second date with David? We will pay for it.
I don't think so.
Give him another shot. He was just having a good time.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll pass.
Aw, man.
Whatever.
Really?
It's chill. I mean, it's no big deal. I get it.
David, at least you got a wingman out of the whole thing.
Right?
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, bro. Like, you get me.
Yeah.
You're freaking awesome, man. This is why I listen to you guys all the time. Like, you guys make sense to me. No one else makes sense, or I guess I don't make sense to them. I don't know.
And I'm proud that we're the only people that make sense to you. I'm proud of that.
This is what I worry about with our show. I just want to let you know that.
David,
Yep.
sorry you didn't get the second date, man.
Dude, bro, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Obviously, Mandy's kind of lame and does not have a good time, so
David.
move on to the next one, bro.
On to the
You know
next
what I mean? And I don't even know if Mandy's still there. If she is, sorry. Maybe I'll see you around and I won't have shops with you next time. You'll see us having a good time at the end of the bar and you'll be over there in your quiet space.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chloe, please?
This is her.
Hey, Chloe, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Oh, my gosh.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you wondering why I'm calling?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Oh.
A guy named Clint who listens to our show. And Clint wanted us to call you.
I remember Clint.
Did you have fun on your date with Clint?
Yeah. Clint and I are probably not really meant for each other, but yeah.
Clint did tell us about your date a little bit, and from the sounds of it, it sounded kind of awkward to me. Like he took you back to his college and walked around there, and then he did like an awkward little, oh look, I found a rose, and gave it to you.
I mean, he went through the trouble of like planting a rose, like on this walk that we were going to take.
So you liked that?
Yeah, it was a super romantic idea.
Okay.
I just felt weird, like a weird feeling throughout the date.
Like a general bad vibe, or
Like, I realized it probably like an hour or so into the date. He just hadn't taken his eyes off me the entire time.
What?
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've ever really like been in a situation where someone is just not taking their eyes off of you, but
Welcome to every single conversation I ever have, Chloe. It's tough. Oh, I feel your pain. Did he just creep you out? Is that what you mean?
I don't think he's a creepy guy, but like he did kind of creep me out, like it got to the point where like I literally was trying to like throw his like gaze onto like another thing. Like there was this awesome building you could see kind of like over these like trees. And I pointed at the building. I like looked at this awesome architecture, and he like awkwardly turned around so that like I would be in the building behind me.
What?
Like he wouldn't just like turn his head. I know it was just like really weird. He would not. There was never a moment when I was not in his eyesight.
So he was just staring at you the whole time. I think I know what the issue is, Chloe.
Yeah.
And I think there's only one real way to find out, and that's to ask Clint. Clint?
Hi.
Chloe, Clint is on the phone with us.
What?
Hi, Chloe.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Clint, did you read in one of your little dating help magazines that you should always make intense eye contact?
yeah.
Intense wasn't the word that they used. Considerate eye contact was one of the pointers.
Oh, no.
Do you realize you were just staring at Chloe the whole time?
It hadn't occurred to me, but I do remember moving to look at her and a building. So,
Chloe, I'm going to help Clint out here, okay? Clint is not very good at dating. and he talked to us about it. He read a bunch of articles and dating tips before he went out with you. That's where he came up with the college date and the little rose trick and everything else because he wanted to do something special for you, but he doesn't really know how, and he finds himself being very awkward on dates. And even after all the help, still found himself being awkward on dates. So
come on.
That's probably where the eye contact came from.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, once people get to know me, I feel like I come out of my show and I'm really personable and I'm really engaging. I just, I can't, I'll be on a date and the entire time what I'm thinking is, well, what do you do with your hands? Or you could put them in your lap. Why don't you put them on the table? You should hold that glass. Maybe put that knife down. I should go to the bathroom. Do I tell her I'm going to the bathroom? Excuse yourself. Don't tell her where you're going, though. Oh, but then she won't know. Well, tell her where you're going. Well, don't tell her what you're doing.
Okay.
All right.
Ben, slow down. You're kind of like actually an average woman on a date.
Yeah.
That's how many things we normally think about.
It's so sweet that you've taken the time to, research dating and read a magazine and, take all these helpful tips and stuff. Just the eye contact, it just, was so weird and kind of creeped me out and all of that. And, I would say, maybe just next time, don't take so much advice from a magazine. If you just, be yourself in the future, I bet, a lot of girls are going to like you.
Just date people over the phone, Clint.
Yeah.
Honestly, but I would say that I feel like if you were willing to go on a second date, I feel like now that we know each other a little better, it would probably be less awkward. Or I could, wear an eye patch.
Clint. Clint.
Sunglasses.
You dog, are you asking her out on a second date? Look at you.
Hey, I bet you that's not in his magazine,
No.
okay?
Clint, you just did that on your own, buddy.
It's true. I did it, everybody.
Chloe.
Come on, Chloe.
Clint just asked you out. He manned up and did it. Would you go out on a second date with Clint? We will pay for it.
You know what? Yes, I will.
You will?
Hey, good.
Awesome, Clint.
Look at what you did, Clint.
It goes with Jubal's theory about you should just never read.
Yeah. Stop reading things, Clint. Congratulations, man. See, just a little bit of confidence. You relaxed, and you were able to actually ask her out. That's impressive.
Thanks. Thank you for helping us out. Me out. I don't know. More words.
Yeah. Chloe, are you excited to go out with Clint again now that you know the eye contact thing was just something that he read?
Just kind of being yourself is sort of the key thing, and kind of being able to really just kind of go with whatever's happening.
So you hear that, Clint? Chloe's just saying, be yourself, man. Don't try too hard.
Yeah.
In the meantime, go ahead and Google, how do I be myself? Before your date.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Allie.
This is.
Hey, Allie, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
I assume some sort of business.
Well, it's not, I guess it is kind of a business.
kind
I don't
of
know.
business?
It's actually a radio show.
Okay. Well, so what is this about?
This is about a guy that you know. He's a friend of the show, and he actually emailed us hoping that we could get you on the phone because you're not calling him back after your first date.
Are you serious?
Yeah. His name is Ian. So Ian emailed us saying that he thought he had a wonderful first date with you, but ever since then he's tried to get a hold of you and you're not responding to his text messages or phone calls. So he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out if something went wrong on your date.
That's really weird.
I know. It's a segment we do on our show all the time. So he emailed us, and now I'm asking you the question. Did you like your date with Ian?
It was interesting.
I feel like that's a good adjective to use.
What did you want me to tell you?
Well, how about this? I'll tell you what he told us.
Okay.
Okay. He said that he met you at a bar and then went out for a picnic. And at your picnic, he presented you with a huge family history thing that he had made from some website or something.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Did that freak you out? That would have freaked me out.
Well, it took me by surprise for sure.
Yeah.
I had never met anybody who has gone to such great lengths to impress me, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he said that you guys had talked about it and you knew that he was into this kind of thing.
Oh, I did. I just wasn't
expecting, I guess, on the first date for him to whip out my full entire family tree.
Yeah.
So not even just my grandparents, like my great grandparents, and then beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to bring up genealogy as a hobby and then to troll your Facebook page to find out who your great grandfather is a big leap.
It's a lot of work.
Was it at least impressive to you? I mean, he did a lot of research. Obviously, he liked you.
Yes, that part is very impressive because I'm sure that took a lot of time. But then that's also creepy because now he has a lot of my family's information.
Yeah, it's a weird line because, he told us about it, and I went back and forth. I was like, is it creepy or is it a nice thing from a guy who's just really into finding out people's family histories?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but I went back and forth. Is this impressive or is this weird? But then it just got, straight up weird.
It got stranger after your surprise?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. So after our picnic where he presented me with the family tree, we start walking down this hill, and then he's like, ta-da, surprise. I'm like, what is this surprise? And he's like, this is the oldest cemetery in the state. I'm like, cool, awesome. Then he said, look over there. Over there is where your great-grandparents are buried.
What?
Okay.
What?
He took you to the burial site of your family?
Oh, that's not even, there's one more layer of weird to this. Then he whips out cheesecake, like, let's finish our picnic at my great-grandparents' grave.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he knows nothing about your feelings on death or if you knew these people, or right?
No, and he basically was like, let's spend time with your great-grandparents.
So did you stand there and eat cheesecake in front of your great-grandparents' grave?
I woofed that cheesecake down and got the hell out of there.
That is the best visual I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Oh my!
Did you guys talk during it, or?
Oh no, I was eating so fast.
What was his reasoning for wanting you to be at his...
Because he wanted me to know about my history and spend time with them.
Did you learn anything new from eating cheesecake at your great-grandparents' grave?
He told me a couple facts about them, but in my mind, I'm like, just finish the cake. Just eat this cheesecake and let's go.
I'm sorry. I just have a quick thing to say here.
Oh, all right. I was hoping you would wait.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Allie, that's Ian. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean that he was on the phone the whole time listening, and he wanted to talk to you. He was supposed to wait until I brought him into the conversation, but he just couldn't help himself, I guess.
I'm sorry that I jumped in. I couldn't help myself. I feel like Allie's missing something that's kind of just inherently cool about the fact that she has distant relatives, not even distant relatives, direct line relatives that live right in town. I myself, I had to go to Scotland to have this same experience of being able to see the gravestones of my great-great-grandparents. That's history. That's your own personal history.
Ian,
Yes?
Ian,
Yes?
can I just cut you off for a second? I do think that's really cool. I mean, that is awesome, and that would be a really sweet romantic thing, but you just met me. Can't we talk about that and get to that point? Like, I don't know, 3 years from now?
Yeah.
I mean, 3 years from now, that's a long time. It could be a whole other generation, and they have to redo the family tree.
Okay, well, at this point, I think that you can stop working on my family tree.
Yeah, Allie, I mean, did you have fun with him outside of the kind of strange research he did into your history?
I could have maybe dealt with the family tree thing because that was pretty impressive. But then taking somebody to a cemetery on a first date, I mean, come on.
Yeah, Ian.
It's a lot.
Come back from that.
I know that you don't really understand how she's not fully impressed by the family tree thing, but taking somebody to a gravesite on a first date.
I feel like everyone's blowing this very out of proportion. The grandparents, finding the grandparents was actually pretty easy, but the main setup, the main research was going into the family tree. That's what took the time. I think that's what we should focus on. That's the part you kind of like.
Well, we need to focus on taking somebody to a gravesite on a first date, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, what if I put it this way, Ian? What if I say, like, hey, maybe you spent too much time investing on where Allie came from instead of who she is right now?
Thank you.
Allie doesn't even know who she is if she doesn't know her past. Then I come into her life and I can help her figure it out.
Savior.
Are you kidding? I think you need to wait and find out some more about me first, but at this point, it's not going to happen.
What a wonderful lead into my question, Allie. Would you like Ian to learn more about you and go out on a second date with him? We will pay for it.
Hell no.
Aww.
First, he freaks me out. Then he insults me. No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. That was certainly not my intention. I feel like if we could go out again and just start from fresh, that would be good. And I will tell you there is an extra incentive if you have another date with me. I found out some pretty interesting things about a great aunt of yours.
I don't care. At this point, I don't care, and I don't want to go to her grave either.
Okay, I can just email you the information and the
Great,
links. She has a Wikipedia page. She was
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty famous.
Well, Allie, thank you for talking to us about your date.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ian, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date, but maybe this is a lesson learned.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And what's that lesson?
Don't ask people out on a first date. They're going to be ungrateful about research you do.
Hello?
Hi, is Kara there?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Kara, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm good. Sorry, you mean like the radio guy?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean.
What's up? What?
Well, I'm calling you because somebody emailed the show about you.
What?
Yeah, it's a guy that you met recently named Jake.
I don't understand. Why is he calling you guys?
Well, because you guys recently hung out, and he's been trying to get a hold of you because he would love a second date, but you haven't been returning any of his phone calls or text messages. So he asked if we could get you on the phone and find out if you don't like Jake.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is awkward.
Do you like Jake?
I am not super interested in him. I'm sorry.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
Yeah.
He's very nice. I'm just guess he's just not my type, I guess.
You're avoiding him big time, right?
Did he tell you that? I'm confused.
He said that he has your bra, and I just know that if I leave a bra at a guy's house and I don't go back for it, it means I really don't want to see him because that is a big loss.
God. Okay.
Yeah. He told us all about the night you guys hung out. He said you met at a bar, went back to his place, had some fun. You woke up early, said you had to go to work, and then just walked out of his life and left your bra behind.
Sounds like a rom-com.
He's been trying to get a hold of you, and he wants to know why you're not returning any of his phone calls.
Oh, God, this is so weird.
You don't need to feel bad about it. I mean, if you just needed to get yours one night, nobody's judging. Yeah. I've lost some nice jewelry in the same type of situations before.
No, I mean, I wasn't even really that interested in him like that night.
Wow. You sure have an interesting way of showing it.
Nice.
The truth comes out.
What do you mean you weren't interested in him?
Yeah.
Things sort of just spiraled out of control. One of my girlfriends had a thing for one of his friends, and she just kind of begged me to be a wing woman for her and to keep Jake entertained, and I did. Basically, so my friend could hook up with his friend, but then everyone's at Jake's place, and he's saying it's his birthday, and I feel bad because it's do I give you a present? And I just sort of stuck around. So.
Well, are you saying that you did it because it's his birthday?
I'm saying that's probably one of the reasons that I did it, but I'm not proud of it. And he's super nice. He's so nice, but just not my type. Not the kind of guy that I'm gonna hang out more with.
He'll be happy to know that was a very nice birthday present he got.
Yeah, and literally my friend kept begging me every 15 minutes. I was I think I'm gonna go, and she's please just stay a little bit longer. So I stayed longer.
Yeah, you did. All right. Well, you are a very good wing woman.
I want to kick it with your group of friends.
Yeah, I'm the best wing woman ever.
I should also let you know that Jake is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Shut up. He's not on the line.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I am on the line, Kara. I'm right here. You're on the line.
God.
I can't believe this. I mean, what am I? Was I the second, third, or like fourth? Like, was I your choice at all? Like, I don't understand. I can't believe it.
It's so not even about you, and this is super weird that you have me on the radio right now.
Well, I think it's kind of about me. I was there too. It was my birthday. I mean,
yeah, that's why I stayed with you.
God.
I mean, this is so crazy to me. I mean, you didn't want to be with me. You just did that for my birthday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just like in real life, you're not my type. It just would never work.
What's your type then?
I'm more attracted to people like guys who are like have a lot of intelligence and
Oh, Kara.
I don't know if you meant that to sound the way it did, but
That was bad.
yeah, that sounded really rude, Kara.
No, we had a good conversation, but it was very surfacey, I just could tell that there wasn't very much behind it.
We're in a bar. It was were you into philosophy and stuff, or I don't know, science or something? We're playing beer pong. We're not discussing politics or the Middle East. We're having fun.
I don't know what to tell you. You're just not my type. I mean, you had a good birthday, so just be good with it.
Just be at peace with the fact that your birthday was a success.
Yes.
And by the way, I mean, actually, since I have you on the phone, if I could get my bra back, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Those
Hey,
things
speaking
are
of that, would you
expensive.
guys like to go on a second date? Kara, we'll pay for it. It'd be a perfect opportunity for you to get your bra back. Will you go on a second date with Jake?
I would rather not go on the date, but I would like to get my bra back if that is an option.
Is there a way for her to get the bra back without a date, Jake?
I mean, I can leave it, I guess, in front of my house or so. I don't know.
You can mail it, Jake. Mail is always a really good option when these type of situations arise.
All right. I mean, Kara, you can text me your address later. I can send it to you.
I'll text you my work address.
Oh, awesome. Well,
That's
thanks a
love.
lot, you guys. Kara, good luck getting your bra back.
Thanks.
Jake, I told you should have kept the bra and just been happy with it.
I guess so.
Yeah. Maybe put your underwear in the package that you send to our work. That might help.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yeah?
Hey, Chris, how you doing? I've been looking for you.
Why? Who's this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Okay. You guys are calling me from the radio station?
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to call you about a date you recently went on.
What?
I heard that you recently went out on a date with one of your son's teachers.
Yeah. How did you hear about that?
Oh, because Steph, the woman who you went out on a date with, actually emailed us and asked us to call you.
I mean, that's weird. She would email you guys. Okay.
Yeah, well, she wanted us to find out why you guys haven't had a second date yet.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked to her a little bit about the first time you guys hung out, and she told us about your date, and she's wondering why you guys haven't gone out again.
I mean, why didn't she just call me? I don't understand.
I don't know. Some maybe nerves or something like that. She wanted us to do it. I'm not really sure. Did you like going on a date with her?
Yeah, I mean, she's nice. She hasn't really been in touch with me, so I kind of wanted, things kind of just fizzled out, so I wanted to.
Oh, weird. She didn't tell us that. She just told us that she went on a date with you and wanted us to get you on the phone.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I like I said, she hadn't got back to me, so I thought she just wasn't interested in me,
Yeah, maybe she wanted to do it this way. So anyway, tell us about that date with her.
Yeah, we went to a bar and, just hanging out, had a couple of drinks and, I thought we were having a...
You guys actually went to a bar together?
Yeah, I mean, we were at the bar together, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Bar's always a good place for a first date.
Yeah, I think so. Nice, lively, people having fun, dancing, drinking, so...
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
But Chris, what made you think that you guys had a connection?
Well, we were having drinks and we were talking and,
So you guys hung out and talked, and she said that at the end of the night you did ask her to go back to your place.
Yeah, I kind of felt that party could have kept going, so I just invited her back to my place, and that's when she kind of lost interest, or I don't know, it just seemed weird at that point.
That's interesting, because you feel like she likes you.
Yeah, I thought everything was fine till that point. I don't know. Maybe she was just tired. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Let me ask you, what were you hoping to get from all of this? Just to like hook up with your son's teacher, or to actually like date her?
Well, the thing is, my son is in her class, and my plan was I kind of had a plan to get her a couple of drinks, be nice and kind of hang out because my son's having a little bit of trouble in her class. So I was hoping that maybe, if things went well between us, not only would I be able to hook up with her because she's attractive, but that my son would maybe, show him a little bit more, attention, help him get along a little better.
Wait a second. Are you saying that you wanted to go out with her to help your son do better in school?
I mean, yeah, but also, she's attractive. If she wasn't attractive, I wouldn't have done it. But
yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Hey, Chris, I do have another question for you too. Like at the end of the night, when you got her phone number from her, were you excited about that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Whoa. That's interesting because she told us she never gave you her phone number.
I mean, technically she didn't.
Okay, so how did you get her number then?
I just came upon it. I just found it,
What?
Come on.
You just found her number.
You are so creepy right now. How did you get her number?
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters. I mean, she obviously wants to go out on a second date because she had you guys call. So,
You know what? I'd rather not comment on what you just said. I'm just going to let her do it because Steph is actually on the other line listening right now and would like to talk to you.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah. Steph, you there?
Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, that's actually my question to you, Chris. What is going on?
I don't know what you mean.
First off, we were never on a date. Our paths crossed in a bar, and we just happened upon each other. That's life. That does not mean that we went on a first date. Even if we had a conversation and there were drinks in our hand, that does not mean that we were on a date.
Well, it's kind of weird you're saying this now. I mean, because, with everybody listening, because the other night you were flirting and everything was fine.
Okay, Chris, let me spell it out for you. I am your son's teacher. I am not a girl for you, okay? And second of all, I don't know how you got my phone number, but you better delete it, and you better not contact me ever again. There is a phone number at school that you can reach me and leave a voicemail if it pertains to your son. And third of all, do not use me as some kind of toy to get better grades for your son.
Yeah, your friends did tell me you play hard to get. This is kind of cool.
Her friends told you that she'd play hard to get?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're the ones that gave me the number. They said she would, be like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, I think we finally figured out what happened.
Jeez.
Chris, I think you were set up, man. I think both you guys were actually set up.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on here.
I think that Steph was not into you, and her friends knew that, so they gave you her phone number so that you would bug her. Steph, does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, they did this whole thing to set it up so we can actually get together. I got it.
No, Chris. Just ignore everything that my friend said, okay?
I can do that. I think we actually need to discuss it over like a beer or something.
Oh, my God.
Not getting it.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not interested. I'm not interested, okay?
Okay, wow. So what about my kid, though? How's that?
Wait, are you still trying to get better grades for your kid? Chris, I think you've lost this whole battle, man. All right?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I heard she favors other kids. I just want her to favor my kid the same.
Excuse me? I don't know where you heard that, but I treat every one of my students with respect and dignity, and I treat them all the same. They just learn differently. That is not called favor.
Yeah.
That is called being a teacher.
But, Steph, aren't you glad that you finally have an involved parent, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Teachers always want that. I guess not in this case. I always have to ask this question on a second date. Maybe I'll ask it a little differently for this one. Chris, would you like to not go out on a date with Steph? We will not pay for it. And Steph, would you like to not go on a date with Chris? We will not pay for it.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm going to have to say no to the first question and yeah to the second. question, but I'm still not sure what it really means.
All right, well, I just think it means that you guys aren't going to go out on a date. So will you stop texting Steph, Chris?
I mean, I guess I can stop texting her. I mean, I don't really understand what happened.
I know.
Hello.
Hi, is Julia there?
Hi, this is she.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to know why I'm calling you?
I would love to know.
I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with a guy, and he emailed us seeing if we could get you on the phone.
Uh-oh.
Have you been on a lot of dates recently?
No, not too many. I mean, I feel like I do maybe 2 per week. I try not to overwhelm myself.
Okay. Well, this one was with a guy named Ronald, and you went to an arcade.
Yes.
All right.
I definitely remember that one.
You remember your date with Ronald?
Oh, I do.
All right. Well, Ronald emailed us because he thought you guys had a great time, but he says that you're not getting back to him, and he'd like to go out with you again. So he asked if we could maybe get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. He told us that the date went awesome. He even told us that you guys were making out and stuff, so it's kind of confusing.
Wow, that's private.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how Ronald is. Not a whole lot's private with Ronald, I feel.
Oh, my gosh.
But you liked him, right? Like, you were into the date, obviously.
I mean, he had this whole, tough guy facade going, and in a way I appreciated it because I thought, he's trying to impress me, I thought that was kind of cool.
Do you mean him getting kicked out of an arcade for kicking a machine and then making out with you?
Whoa, he told you guys everything.
Yeah, he did. You liked that, though?
That part, yes.
Really? It didn't make you feel like you were in junior high all over again and dating some teenager?
No, it felt really risky and, fun and thrilling, so I thought, yeah, I'll go with it. It was fun.
Okay, so you enjoyed making out with him there, and did you enjoy the makeout session when you went back to his place?
Wait, why are you asking me? It sounds like he told you everything already.
He pretty much did. But the reason that we're confused is you were making out with him, and then you stopped and left.
Yeah, he had no idea, it was out of the blue.
So we're wondering why you don't want to go out with him again if you were, all into it.
Well, what he did was out of the blue.
What did he do?
It's really embarrassing for him, not me.
Okay.
I don't want to say it on the radio.
No, I definitely think you should.
If it's embarrassing for him, he's the one that set up this whole phone call. He's the one that's putting your business out on the radio. So we've already talked to him, and he says he doesn't care. He just wants to know why you won't call him back.
Well, if you must know,
yes.
we were really into it. We were making out. It was good. It was fine. And then all of a sudden, he was touching my boobs, and he honked it and said, "Woohoo!"
Wait, what? Did you just say he honked your boob?
Yeah, only one of them. He honked my left boob and said, "Woohoo!"
Did he? Wait.
Was he trying to be funny?
I don't know. It's almost like he didn't even know he did it. He didn't acknowledge it.
He didn't call attention to the fact that he said woohoo.
No, and I mean so I stopped because I thought, okay, he's throwing in a joke while we're getting hot and heavy, which I think is lame. But I was like, whatever. He's just trying to be funny. It's okay. But he definitely was not joking, and just continued. He didn't miss a beat. I don't know if he knew he did it.
But it's to be kind of on his side, he has one bad moment in a long, sounds like makeout session. You couldn't get past a little boob honk?
I mean, a honk is one thing, but going woohoo along with it, that just kind of put me over.
I could see how that would kill the mood. That would have been followed up by a yippee if you'd have let him do other things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, he's got a list of these little celebratory chants that he does. I don't want to stick around for the night.
Okay, so that's when you stopped and took off?
Right.
Oh, the bad boy wasn't so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell him that was a turnoff to you?
because he seemed so oblivious to it, but I thought, let me just run now.
Yeah, why waste the time and have a conversation?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, this is the first date. I'm just going to stop now and then never talk to him again.
Okay, well, I do have bad news for you then, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to have at least one more conversation with you.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. Ronald, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, but you're exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I grabbed it, but I didn't say woo-hoo. The most I said was woo.
It doesn't matter if you said woo or woo-hoo. It's just strange to hear those noises while we're in the middle of something like that. This isn't a sport where you're going to win something.
So what? I like to spice things up. It was my natural reaction, I was going for it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of agree with Ronald.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It takes a while for two people to learn their likes and dislikes in the romantic sense, and I don't think you gave him a shot. You don't like one thing and you turn him down?
I mean, maybe we're just different. If you would have had Ronald making out with you, honk your boob, yell woohoo, would you have gone on a second date with him?
There's a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have gone out with Ronald to begin with. But if I got to a point where he's honking my boob and I didn't like it, I mean, I would have told him and we probably would have continued making out. I don't know.
If he said woohoo in the middle of, yeah, right.
That's an excited thing. It's not like he was disappointed.
Yeah, but he sounds like a Simpsons character.
Woo!
Like you guys are making fun of it, but she was into it at the time, She was moaning, like, So, yeah, I went for it.
Wow. That wasn't moaning. That was me trying to hold back my vomit.
Okay.
Whatever. You liked it.
Chemistry is
All
good
right.
here.
Well, Julia, I would love to ask you this question. Would you like to go out on a second date with Ronald? We will pay for it.
I'm going to go with no.
Oh,
No?
that's so weird.
Really? Maybe you grab your butt and get a Zoiks out of the whole deal.
Oh, gosh. Definitely not. I really don't want to feel like I'm on an episode of Mickey Mouse.
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us and being honest with us about your date. I appreciate that, Julia.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Ronald, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's all right. I can honk on somebody else.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Honk
Get
away,
after
sir.
it then, Ronnie.
Hello?
Is this Brittany?
Yes?
Hi, Brittany. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Oh, my God. Okay. Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Hi, Brittany.
Not much. What are you all doing?
We're just hanging out, Figured we'd give you a call and check in and see how your day's going.
Okay. Why are you calling me?
It's a great question.
Well, I want to talk to you about something for a second. It's something you might not even remember.
Okay.
It happened back when you were in high school.
Oh, gosh. Is this for real? Or is this a prank?
No, this is not a prank. This is for real.
Okay, this is a little different, but okay.
So there was a dude named Trevor that you went to high school with. Do you remember a guy named Trevor?
Trevor. In my class?
Yeah, let me see if I can jog your memory a little bit, okay? So you guys went to high school together. I guess he was in one of your classes. And one day you guys studied together.
Okay. That still could be a lot of people.
Well, I'm thinking you might remember studying with this guy. He was a freshman and you were a sophomore.
Okay.
And I guess you guys had geometry together.
Okay.
And one day after school, you went over to his house to study.
Okay.
Okay, nothing yet? Remembering Trevor?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, the only other way that I think I could get you to remember him is he tried to impress you with a veggie tray.
Oh, my gosh.
God, it just
So
rang
you
a
remember
bell.
the veggie tray?
I do remember that.
Oh,
that was the karate guy.
The karate veggie tray guy, yeah. So, and Trevor actually emailed us
God.
because he wanted us to get a hold of you because he had a
way.
huge crush on you in high school, and I guess still kind of has a crush on you and saw you on Facebook the other day and wanted to see if you'd go out with him.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, are you for real?
I am 100% serious, yeah.
He told us the whole story about how you asked him to study, and it was like, seriously, the most memorable moment of all of his high school career.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, that's so weird.
Were you interested in Trevor in high school, or was that just a study session for you?
I just needed to pass geometry, and he was the smart guy. There's no doubt. He was a smart kid.
Was it obvious that he liked you, though?
I don't know. I mean, he was younger, so you know how it is. Like, the younger guys, look up to the older girls.
Right. And as a sophomore, you don't want to date a freshman. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing was so long ago. I kind of remember that afternoon. It would be hard to forget with the veggie tray. But, it didn't get, totally weird until the next day when his mom called me.
Wait.
His mom called you?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I've never told anybody about this. Yes. His mom called me, and she told me that Trevor had been really, really upset and crying in his room.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
And was just all devastated. And she wanted me to make sure that I knew that, he was a really good kid, and that the veggie tray was her idea.
Oh, my gosh.
So she actually called you to let you know the veggie tray thing was hers.
Yes. She said she was just trying to help her son on his first date.
Oh, my God. I am mortified for him.
Oh, my God. I was dying because I'm like, this was not a date. And I'm trying to explain to her. It's like, I need help with geometry. That's it. That's all.
So you're like, we were actually just studying. That's all I wanted to go over there and do was study?
Yeah. Oh, gosh, it was crazy. And she went on and on about how all he wanted to do was kiss me, and she was trying to help him, but she didn't know how it worked these days. And so, she was so apologetic about the vegetables. And it wasn't about the vegetables.
Were you just stunned on the other end of the phone?
God.
I wouldn't even know what to say.
I'm embarrassed.
As a kid, it's so nerve-wracking, when an adult to call you in the first place.
Right.
But the end of the conversation, she was trying so hard. I mean, I guess it was kind of sweet that she offered to drive us to the movies if we wanted to have a date. And I was just like, no, thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, my gosh. You could have destroyed him in high school sharing that story.
No, but I didn't have the heart to do that because, it's so tough anyway. And I remember that's why I didn't talk about it. I didn't tell him about it.
That is nice of you. That's really nice of you not to put him on blast for his whole high school. I wonder if he knows, because he didn't mention to us about his mom calling you when we talked to him.
I hope for his sake he doesn't know. He doesn't need to know.
What if his mom told him?
If he didn't know before, he knows now, because he's on the other line listening to this conversation.
No.
Yes. Yep. Trevor, what's up?
Oh, my God.
Trevor, you there?
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I'm mortified.
I can't believe any of this is happening.
I can't believe it either. My mom's horrible.
No, she loves you.
Yeah. You got to give her that. Did you know your mom had done that, Trevor?
No, not at all. We had never talked about it.
Oh, man.
She came home and she asked me how it went. And I'm sure I probably just went to my room or something. I don't know. I don't even really remember crying. But wow.
Sure.
Wait, Trevor, you were such a nice guy, and it was so nice of you to be willing to help me with geometry. But yeah, that was a crazy day.
Well, you're still very sweet if you're able to say all that. So, I hope maybe if you want to, we can, go on a second date, another first date.
Yeah.
That's
better,
Brittany.
Trevor. That's better.
A better first date. I promise there will be no vegetables and there will be no mothers.
All meat date.
It's been a long time since you guys have seen each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I'm a lot different than what I was in high school. I don't do karate. I don't wear my outfits to school anymore. I actually play the mandolin now. And, yeah, so I'm a lot cooler than I used to be.
That's nice. He put down the veggie tray and picked up an instrument.
I don't even know exactly what a mandolin is.
Well, we can find out. Brittany, would you like to go on a first/second date with Trevor 10 years later? We will pay for it.
I can't believe he even remembers me. it would be fun to catch up. I mean, what about like lunch or something like that? I think that could be kind of fun.
Okay, no pressure.
Lunch, of course I'm going to have lunch with you. That would be fantastic.
All right. Well, awesome. Congratulations, Trevor. I don't know if we can call this a date yet, but at least you get to go out with Brittany.
It's a catch-up.
It's a catch-up.
It's a catch-up.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
This is really fun. This has been a great day.
You have to call your mother and chew her out for that whole incident.
Tell her I said hi.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Colin?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners named Brittany asked us to get you on the phone.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because she told us about your date, and now you're not setting up plans for another date, so she wants to know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of creepy.
True. But it's a segment we do on our show all the time. It's called the Second Date Update. And Brittany told us about your date, and it sounds awkward at the end of it, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis on sounds.
Personally, for me, it sounds awesome, but I could see how it could be awkward for a lot of people.
Oh, my God. Colin, he is a disturbed man. Don't listen to him.
So she did tell you a bit what happened.
Oh.
Yeah, she told us that you guys went to dinner and then went back to her place, and then you got to hear the rare sounds of parents doing that naughty thing that parents do.
You're making it sound like a National Geographic episode.
What do I hear off in the distance? Is that your father, Bert?
Oh, my God, the mating rituals.
So, yeah, that's why she thinks you're not calling her back.
I mean, kind of. I don't know what to say.
We don't blame you. Yeah. I told her I wouldn't call her back either if I heard that. That has got to scar a person for a while.
Yeah, no, it was probably the most uncomfortable thing that has ever happened to me.
Was it uncomfortable because she kept talking and you wanted to hear more? You're like, shush, I'm listening.
No. Oh, God. I mean, everything stopped on my end pretty quickly, you know.
Oh my God! I just imagine you both like trying to turn the TV up and it's still not helping.
It's never
is there anything that can cover the sound that's coming from the parents' bedroom above us?
Oh man!
Yeah. Oh God.
So that's it.
He's got like PTSD. Did you hear that?
Why not go out with her again, though? I mean, it's not her fault that her parents can't keep themselves under control. I mean, they're probably like 50 or 60. I mean, at this point, they should never be doing that again, you know? But it's not her fault.
Oh. You sure it's not her fault?
How would it be her fault, man?
I don't know. As soon as it started happening, she started acting real weird.
Like
real weird how?
I don't know. She had this like look on her face, and I don't even know how to explain it. It was like she didn't seem surprised at all that it was happening.
What?
She was probably just mortified.
That's not what I would look like if I were mortified. God damn.
So you think that she was enjoying hearing that?
Don't say that.
Maybe a little bit.
Whoa!
Dude, that is a heavy accusation.
Oh my God!
How would she ever be enjoying something like that?
I don't know. She was looking at me and she was just like, "You want to get back at them?" And
what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you respond to that. She said that to me, and I don't know what a normal person says in that moment.
She had to have been joking. It had to have been a bad joke at a bad time, trying to make light of a really awful situation.
That's what I was thinking, but she doubled down, and then she kissed me hard right on the mouth.
And you left?
Like,
Jubal, that is so gross. Who can still kiss at a time like that? Who can hear their parents doing it and still kiss anyone?
I don't know if the whole family was in on it. I don't know. I didn't, you know.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying. All kinds of opportunities there that I think you missed, Colin.
No.
Well, Colin, thank you for sharing. I will also tell you that we do have another surprise for you because Brittany is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you.
No.
Yeah, and her whole family is too.
What?
They're all there.
That part isn't true.
They are not. Hi, Colin.
Oh, hi.
I wish you would have talked to me before I called our radio station to try and get you on a date, but I wish you would have talked to me about how you perceived that situation.
How we all just perceived it. Yeah.
I don't. What else would I think? Like, I'm not going to sit there and
we had a
ask
good date,
you.
right? Like, we had a really good date. Is there any other part of the date that would have made you think I was a crazy person?
No, but like, why would a crazy person like say hi? I'm crazy, and I do things with my parents. Like, that's messed up.
That's gross, first off. But Colin, listen
I
to
agree.
me. Like,
That's
okay,
the whole
you
thing.
said you were talking about the joke I made. I was joking.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you got on the date that I really enjoy just saying jokes, and I was trying to break the tension. And like, I get that it was not a good joke.
Not
and
the way to do it.
Like, that's why I repeated it, because I was like, oh, he doesn't get that I'm joking. I'll do it. Like, I'll make it more obvious. Like, oh my God. Like, you weren't. I was like, he's not. Like, surely he'll get that.
But Brittany, you kissed him.
I get it was maybe not my finest moment, but I was panicked. I was trying to diffuse the situation and not make you feel like the horror I was feeling during this.
It's still happening upstairs, though. Like, there's nothing to do but leave. We could have left. You could have done anything. That's not how you handle that situation. I don't.
Yeah. I can't say I'm practiced in the art of that situation. Like, I'm sorry. I handled it. What?
You leave. You get out of the situation. That's what normal people do. And now I know how your parents sound during sex. I know what your mom sounds like during sex. I can't meet them ever now.
Yeah, right.
Or you can. You just got to do the sound when you meet her. Like,
So gross.
Man.
It is a good question, Brittany. Why didn't you leave?
It all happened so quickly. And I was like, oh my God. In my head, I was like, if I leave, like, my parents are going to know that I'm downstairs.
No.
If, like, we were to hook up, like, at least the noise from that would, like, drown out my parents.
Wait,
so you were serious?
She was serious. Brittany, you just admitted it.
No.
I'm just saying, like, that was the benefit if we did that, but I'm joking. Like, I'm a joker. You can't take me seriously.
Yeah, you're the Joker. You're like from Batman. You're insane.
That's crazy. Give me another chance, Colin. Just one more date for me to prove, I'm not crazy. I like to laugh and tell jokes. I am not the person you think in your head.
Brittany, you're literally having to prove that your parents getting it on doesn't do something for you.
Who do you know anyone that does something for them?
Well, I didn't until you were on the phone with us, and now I'm not sure.
They're there. They're on the internet somewhere. They're on the dark web, and you can find them there, Brittany, if that really is what you're into. But let's talk to Colin real quick and see if Colin wants to go out with you. Colin, will you go out with Brittany one more time? We'll pay for it.
Well, knowing what her family sounds like and these weird jokes that apparently she likes to make all the time, I'm going to have to go with no.
Oh.
It's just disappointing, Colin. I had so much more planned for our next date.
Yeah, Colin, her family reunion's coming up. You never know what can go down.
That is gross. No, thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that Colin dude's an idiot.
What?
You stay, you smash, and you make sure the dad hears it.
Oh, my God. How many
Brooke and
sick
Jubal
people
in the
are
morning.
there?
There's a lot.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Brandon.
This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Just getting ready to head to work.
Do you have any idea who this is?
No, not one bit.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Well, it's Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
All right. Why are you guys calling me?
Well, because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and she emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're blowing her off.
Someone emailed you that I went on a date with?
Yeah.
Call me?
Yeah. You recently hung out with a girl that you know very well. Her name is Jenna.
Oh, God.
What? I mean, she knows that date is a pretty loose term here.
I was going to say we were not out on a date.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. She told us
when you said you call on for people who have gone out. I haven't been out on a date for months. I've been doing this show.
Yeah. She told us that's where she met you. You guys are performing in the same play.
Yeah.
And she said that after you guys had finished everything and you were having the party for your closing night, she said that you guys made out at that party and then went and had some fondue and spilled cheese all over each other and then went back to your place. And I don't know. I don't want to even think about what was done there, but did some stuff there together as well.
Lactose intolerant.
Is that all true?
Yeah, no, I mean, it happened.
Nice.
Wait, you sound kind of hesitant about it. Like, didn't you enjoy yourself?
I mean, we had a decent time, and we had kind of had this real flirty thing going on during the course of the performance or whatever, but, it was fun.
Okay.
All right.
This is
So
all
not-
positive.
Not good, not great, but fun.
Yeah, I mean, great is a whole nother level if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But,
So was it just, maybe it was just a one-night stand for you and that's it.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't completely shut off from it at first. It didn't have to be a one-night stand. I wasn't like, oh, this is a one-night stand, definitely.
Okay, so it wasn't a one-night stand, definitely. Why is it a one-night stand now? What's so funny?
You have to tell us.
Yeah, we were pretty.
What happened? You have to tell me what happened.
I mean, so at one point we went back to my place, and it kind of took a really strange turn. I'll be honest with you.
Wait, who made the turn to strange, you or her?
Well, I mean, if it was me that made the turn to strange, I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Right, yeah. That's true. You probably would have just hung up on us and been like, not interested.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, it was totally, she made things so weird once we, actually kind of started fooling around and hooking up. And I was just like, I felt so uncomfortable. It was so strange.
Really?
What'd she do?
She, I really don't. It's so weird. I really don't think I should. I don't think I should tell you guys.
I think now you've gone too far, dude.
No,
you.
Can't be that weird.
Do you think
Look, she wanted to do the second date update, right? We talked to everybody. We're like, you have to be willing to hear whatever this person says. So, whatever is so hysterical to you, she's willing to hear it.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Fine.
Maybe she doesn't think it's weird. Maybe just you do.
I think you guys probably will too.
Really?
So we're hooking up and making out, and she kept insisting on calling me by my character's name from the play that we were in.
What?
It was so weird. It was so weird.
That's weird. Yeah. So she wanted to hook up with the character and not you.
Honestly, I didn't think about it that way, but that makes it a hell of a lot weirder.
Why? Why does it make it weirder?
Weird, though.
The character that I played was Tiny Tim.
What?
From A Christmas Carol.
Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol.
Stop
From
it.
A Christmas, yeah.
All right, that is
Tiny
weird.
Tim.
That's
She
weird.
kept insisting on calling me Tiny Tim the whole time.
Can you?
Tiny Tim this, Tiny Tim kiss that.
Wow.
What did you say to her?
No.
I mean, I didn't say much, obviously. I kept going.
Oh, my God.
At least it could have been like Scrooge or something. I don't know. But not Tiny. I mean, nothing is good from that play, I don't think. But
No. And at a certain point, she stopped. She dropped the Tim entirely, and she just started calling me Tiny.
Okay, that's
not Tiny.
Okay, to her defense, is there any way she could have just been so still wrapped up in the play it's just the name that she used?
I honestly, I think that's a question you're going to have to ask her. I have no clue.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Why don't we do that then, Brandon?
You mean Tiny Tim?
Jenna, do you remember?
Whoa, what?
Oh, Brandon, Jenna is on the other line listening. And so
are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh, my God.
Dude, it's way
Jenna?
more embarrassing for her.
Jenna, are you still on the phone?
Oh, Jenna.
I am.
Hi.
How many shades of red are you right now, Jenna?
About 1 million. Like a whole rainbow of red. I do not remember saying that. Brandon, I thought I remembered everything that happened that night, but apparently I was wrong.
How do you not remember that? You must have said it like 30 times in 45 minutes or so. Like, you don't remember this? That you wanted me to call you Mrs. Cratchit the whole time?
Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit.
It was weird.
That is
like I have no idea what drunk me wanted to do. I thought it was funny, maybe drunk me thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny. That was not funny at all.
Say anything about it. You didn't stop.
No, I didn't stop, but I laughed into the pillow a couple times.
Oh my God. But you could have I don't know, said, hey, you owe me a coffee, and then us have a conversation about it instead of just ghosting me. I thought, whatever, if you don't want to do that thing again, that's fine. But I thought
if you don't want to role play Tiny Tim and Miss Cratchit in the bedroom.
She has a very good point, Brandon.
I'm sorry. I'm a pretty honest person, and it just is what it is. We had a connection, and now we don't have a connection, I'll be honest. I don't feel that great about it.
Well, then you're obviously kind of a dead inside jerk. I mean, how can you just have a connection and then be nope, never happened. You either have a real connection or you don't, or you're dead inside, which you're obviously dead inside. So,
Brandon, I would love to ask if you will go on a second date with Jenna.
Wow.
We will pay for it.
Oh, God, I don't think I could sit at a table and look her in the eyes at this point.
Wow.
So that's a no?
Honestly, it was too weird for me, we were these characters in this play, and then we go back to my place, and all of a sudden it's Tiny Tim and Mrs. Cratchit hanging out in bed naked. It's too weird.
It's really weird.
But an interesting continuation to the whole thing. All right, well, Jenna, I'm sorry you didn't get your second date.
yeah, I'm not sorry. And, obviously this jerk doesn't understand, what happens when you get wasted and have some fun.
Yeah, sometimes you get wasted and you hook up with Tiny Tim.
It's so gross, man.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Madison, please?
This is she.
Hello, Madison. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From where? I'm sorry.
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
You're looking for Madison?
Yes, I am. I'm calling you today because we recently got an email about you.
Okay.
It was from somebody that you went out on a date with. His name is Bruce.
Okay.
And Bruce told us a little bit about your date, and he's very curious why you just kind of stopped talking to him. So he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Okay. It's kind of awkward.
It's kind of awkward.
Understandable.
Yeah, this is a very awkward thing, but Bruce really wants to know if he did something wrong on your date. He had nothing but nice things to say about you. But he also said that you made plans with him to go out, the next Friday after you guys had your date, and then you just bailed.
I mean, that just kind of happened. I do apologize, and I feel bad.
Hey, Madison, have you ever had somebody do that to you where you're really kind of into them and you want to go out with them again, they just stop talking to you?
Yes.
It's pretty frustrating, right?
It is. It is. I do understand. It is very frustrating.
So then...
And I do apologize.
Okay, well, don't you think it'd be cool to, let Bruce know why you blew him off?
I guess I can explain to you. I just would feel like I would hurt his feelings.
Okay.
So I don't want him to know.
Well, you can tell us, and then we'll figure out a way to tell him where it doesn't hurt his feelings.
Kind of relay the message gently.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a good time. He was very nice, and when the date finished, he called me back, and he just, said thank you, and that was actually really nice. I really appreciated that. So we talked on his way home, and then he got home, and proceeded to get off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if, obviously, I highly doubt he knows he did this. And I am in the wrong for this a little bit too, but he didn't hang up.
Uh-huh.
And
so you stayed on. Anytime anybody does that to me, by the way, I stay on the phone the whole time too, just to listen for a little bit, just to see what they're doing.
You guys are such
I want to catch somebody being like pervy or something, you know.
It wasn't pervy. I
Oh,
wasn't
damn.
being the perv. I just, I was just kind of curious, I guess.
For sure.
What did you hear?
Well, at first, I just heard rustling, and I was like, oh, okay, he's home. And then I heard a guy's voice. And I was like, ooh, he's going to have a conversation. That's when I was like, I'm definitely listening. He said to the guy, I just went on a date. I'm going to marry that girl.
Oh, that's really cute.
Or really creepy.
Yeah, exactly.
because it's
It goes one of two
all
ways. Like Brooke is practically ready to slide off her seat right now, and Jose's like, "Whoa, that's creepy."
It freaked me out. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've been avoiding him, because I don't think that you can tell if you're going to marry somebody after one date.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
you
just
can't,
feel
but
feel like
other
it
people
was
could.
you feel like it was too much.
Too soon.
Yeah, way too much. And granted, yeah, like I had a great time with him. It was fun. But when, like the first thing that he says when he gets home is, I'm going to marry that girl. It's like, what?
But the thing is, you couldn't see his face. You don't know.
Brooke's trying so hard for like a storybook love tale thing
Dude,
right now.
seriously, I think some people can tell after the first date, and I think you're you could have found like the coolest guy you'll ever meet.
Or you could have found a stage 5 clinger. It all depends how you interpret it. This is how she's interpreting it. That's how it made her feel.
Should be mutual, right?
But that's the risk of dating, right? They're always either clingers or romantics.
Yeah, and that's the vibe that she got from this dude, obviously, that he's a clinger right away.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibes that I got. And, hey, that's fine for you maybe, but not for me. I want somebody to want to get to know me first.
Before you talk about marriage, all right. Well,
Exactly.
Madison, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to let Bruce know in the nicest way possible.
Okay, I hope that helps.
All right, and the only nice way I can think of is to let you know that he's on the other line and just heard that.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. Bruce, say hi to Madison.
Hi, Madison.
Uh,
Madison, I can't believe you actually heard that.
yeah.
I'm at a complete loss for words.
Do you remember saying that to whoever you were talking? Who were you talking to, by the way, Bruce?
Yeah, I was talking to my roommate.
Okay.
I walked in, and my roommate, kind of was sarcastic, being like, "Yo, dude, how'd the date go?" So I thought of the first thing that was on top of my head. I think I love her, man. I want to marry her, or something like that.
Crap. That's cool to say to your roommate, but you definitely don't want the person that you just went on a date with, first date, to hear that.
Madison, I really wish you would have let me know that you heard that, and we could have cleared some things up, but...
So, what, are you taking it back? do you not mean it anymore? Or what do you mean by that?
So, kind of what I meant was, where I was at with my excitement was, I could definitely see, things going, forward if that's, kind of how things were with us all the time, the more and more we started being together, and, I don't know, it might turn into love,
This is such an awkward thing to try to explain.
Madison, can't you give this guy a chance? I know that it's a lot of pressure, but haven't you ever just felt overwhelmed and maybe you exaggerated your feelings a little?
Yeah.
Sure, but I don't know. It's like hearing something that you're not supposed to. It's hard to come back from that because now it's on such a ground of embarrassment.
Why don't we turn it into a joke?
Why don't we just forget it ever happened and turn it into a joke?
If it has to always be remembered, we did have a good time. We had an amazing time. It's actually one of the best dates that I've been on in years.
Bruce, I think you need to downplay it a little more. Don't call the date amazing. Don't call it awesome. Just be like, it was cool or whatever, Madison. I mean, I didn't really care too much. That sounds like what Madison is into.
Yeah.
Oh, Madison, stop being so scared of love.
Yeah.
Come on, Madison.
Oh, I'm not scared. I just, want to make smart decisions and not,
That's good.
But he could have said, like, horrible things about you. He could talk about, like, your boobs or your butt or how he wanted to bang you.
That happened
just
after Madison hung up. I guarantee it.
Like, you actually found a sweet, caring man that really wants to find love someday. He's not saying it's necessarily with you right now.
No, I think he did say that.
Well, I'm just trying to help him out.
I don't know. It's just, that's like a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm still pretty young, so
All right.
that's, it's always going to be like in the back of my head. Like,
Well, sweet. Then we should send you guys out again. Madison, would you like to go on a second date with Bruce? I'll pay for it.
God.
Come on, Madison, give him one more shot.
Madison, I really wish it didn't happen, but it did. I'm definitely in it for take it date by date. I don't have a problem with that. I just got really excited about you as a person.
Oh.
So, Madison, will you go out one more time with me?
Hey, Madison, if you wouldn't have been such a snoop and listened in on his conversation, would you go out with him if you didn't hear what he said?
That's a good question.
I mean, yeah, I would have.
Okay.
I absolutely would have.
So it's your own fault.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, now.
So you should go out with him again.
Come on.
I mean, I feel so guilty about all of this. I mean, I guess I kind of owe it to you.
There you go.
You're saying yes?
Congratulations, Bruce.
Yeah.
You got yourself a pity date.
I'm sorry, Bruce.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks. Yeah.
I'm excited to go out with you, Bruce. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever.
Yeah. See, that's how you have to play
Oh,
it.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, I might be busy that night, but we'll see.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Nicole, please?
This is?
Nicole, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
Hi. Why are you calling?
Just to check in. We check in with people once in a while to see if they've listened to our radio program and do a little bit. It's called research. So, what's your favorite Katy Perry song?
Teenage Dream?
Nice. All right.
That's it, Jubal, get to the point.
The point is to just do a little research. While we have her on the phone, we might as well.
There we go.
Nicole, I'm actually calling you for another reason than to just find out your musical tastes and if you listen to our show.
Oh. Okay.
You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners.
Uh-huh.
And you've been blowing him off and not returning his phone calls, so he emailed us because he wants to know why.
Okay. Who is it?
Well, I'll describe him, and I'll describe him with one word. A kitesman. He's quite the kitesman. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, God. Okay.
He likes to fly kites. His name is Josh, and he's a listener to our show. Emailed us to get a hold of you and find out why you're not calling him back.
Oh.
Was it the kite flying thing? You didn't like the way he flew kites?
I feel bad saying anything. He's so nice.
Yeah, but he's also the one that emailed us because he wants to know. Think about it this way: if he did something weird on the date, or he's like doing something wrong on the dating scene, you could be the one to at least help him out and let him know and be honest with him if nobody else will be.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll tell us?
All right.
All right, perfect.
There it is.
What did you not like about him?
It's nice that he, wanted to do something different, and it wasn't just a typical movie date. But he, kept talking incessantly about kites, and it was just...
We talked to him on the phone because he wanted to tell us a little bit about your date. And, yeah, you can tell he's really, really, really into kites.
And he's trying to share something that he likes with you, and he's probably just nervous, and, that's what he knows, so he's most comfortable talking about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that, people actually flew kites and, knew the mechanics and engineering and all this stuff about it. So it kept trying to, move us in a different direction, hey, you want me to go grab us something to eat? And he was like, no, there's more tricks I want to show you.
He was trying so hard to impress you.
So you're picturing if you went out on another date with him and actually started dating the guy, you'd play second fiddle to his kite, basically. Like, you'll always be his girlfriend, but he's married to his kite.
Come on.
That's how you felt it would be like?
Yeah. I mean, like, he was saying things like, this was the best gust I've ever seen. What? I didn't like...
But couldn't you
reply to that? And like, so I just didn't.
But don't you kind of like a person that can be passionate and kind of dork out about what they really love? I mean, granted, he took it too far, but...
No, I mean, I think it's great that he has passion. I just didn't connect to it. It was kind of like, you know, like when someone's like talking incessantly about a subject that you don't care about, you just want them to shut up.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Why didn't you tell him that? Because he's tried to call you a few times. Did you think about answering the phone, or did you just send it to voicemail and not want to talk to him?
I just couldn't. He's so nice. I just thought, like, okay, maybe I'll just not answer the phone a whole bunch of times when he calls, and maybe he'll get the picture and he'll stop.
Well, I do have to tell you this. Unfortunately, you're going to have to talk to him now. Because he's actually on the other line listening to everything that you just said.
Oh, Josh.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
What'd you think about what Nicole said, man?
I'm kind of a little surprised. I thought we were having a really good time. I thought, you know, teaching her something new was good, and that's kind of what, you know, my friend sort of said, hey, you should, you know, try to teach her something new, and so that's what I went with. And Nicole, I just thought you had a good time.
Well, it's not that I had like a terrible time. It was just that it wasn't about like us. It was about me watching you do tricks with a kite. I know nothing about you, so.
Yeah, I thought like if I, you know, spin the kite around and do some tricks, you know, I just wanted to be impressive because, you know, I can't like do hurdles or anything like that, or, you know, throw a football really well. So I thought maybe if I do a trick with a kite, then that might be kind of cool. And, you know, I just wanted to impress you because you're so nice and smart, and I just really liked you a lot. And you're so pretty, and I just wanted to do something different other than like eat or something.
No, I appreciate it. I really appreciate that you like thought of doing something different. Talking about the G-force of something and the mechanics of tight, and I wasn't even following what you were talking about.
Josh, could you maybe see where you needed to like ask her more questions about herself?
You know, I was so nervous that I thought maybe if I put a little energy into the kite experience, that, you know, perhaps she might it might work out. But I guess that was a wrong choice. I love kites. I think it's so great to like fly, and you know, we can't fly with our own arms, and so it's nice to like have a kite in the air and be free, kind of.
Nicole, did you have fun flying the kite for a little while?
It was interesting. Yeah, I've never done that before, so like, I'm not into it the same way.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Of course, you don't have to be necessarily to date somebody. Josh, do you have other interests than your kite?
Yeah, I do. Of course, I'm not closed off to one single thing. Of course.
Okay. I mean, kites are your favorite thing, but you definitely have.
Kites are just kites are my favorite thing, my favorite hobby. But I do like other things.
Nicole, would you be interested in learning other things that Josh is interested in?
Yeah.
Or better yet, you could even teach Josh something that you know.
Oh, I'd love that. Really would. Yeah, that would be great.
Well, then how about we send you out on another date? We will pay for it.
Sure.
You would?
Yeah. Hey. Good for you.
I guess. I mean, I guess I'd be okay with finding out more stuff about Josh.
Perfect. Then we will pay for you guys to go out again. Josh, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to getting to know you a little bit more, Nicole.
Yeah.
That's good, Josh. That's a good first step.
So, Josh, maybe prepare some other things to talk about than your kite, okay? You got to step up big on this next date.
I know, I will, and I've got my notepad out right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Amanda, please?
Speaking. May I ask who's calling?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Like the radio show?
Exactly like the radio show. Have you ever listened to us?
Just here and there, never seriously, I guess.
Never listen to it seriously.
Yeah, no, you've probably never really listened very much at all. But that's okay, Amanda, because you're actually about to be on the show, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
One of our listeners recently sent us an email about you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What was the email about?
Well, her name is Laura, and Laura recently went out on a date with your brother.
Oh.
Ring a bell?
Okay.
Okay, well,
it sure does.
She told us about the date, and the thing is, she really wants to see your brother again, but after the date, she was texting with your brother, and he said he couldn't go out with her because you didn't like her.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
What?
So
That was
you
for real?
don't like her. So that's why I'm calling you today. I'm calling you to find out what you didn't like about Laura on the date.
I mean, sometimes you meet people and you just know that they wouldn't be good in your group of friends or in your family or around, and sometimes you just have to, draw the line and speak your mind.
Hold on. How can you tell from one date whether or not a girl is good enough for your brother? Like, you spent 2 hours with her.
You just know. There are signs. There are indicators.
So we talked to her about the date, and she actually had nice things to say about you and thought you guys were getting along great until she got those texts from your brother saying you didn't like her.
Well, first of all, of course she has nice things to say about me. Second of all, I mean, it wasn't like her actions per se, but it was more, her choice of dress or the way she cursed or, she just seemed it was a very trashy air, like I could just tell that she was a trashy person. And to me, it's okay. Like, I understand that people can't choose the circumstance which they're born into, right? I understand that. But this is a grown woman. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't want to hang out with someone when I'm worried about her boobs, like, falling out of her shirt or me seeing her butt. You know what I mean?
So you don't like the way she dressed and you thought she was trashy?
I didn't think she was trashy. I knew she was trashy.
Oh, my God. You were being a straight-up bitch. Like, we talked to her, and she seemed like a lovely girl.
Right, well, you didn't see her. You just talked to her. So if you'd been there, you would have felt the trashy vibes that I was getting.
That is
trashy
so
vibe.
messed up, dude. Why are you so invested into your brother's love life?
Because first dates can turn into marriages. It's the beginning of something. And we're a very close-knit family.
So you're close with your brother and you don't want him dating gutter trash.
Exactly. You're trying to be funny with me right now, but that's exactly how I feel.
Oh, my gosh. That is
Hey, you can't
messed
argue
up.
with honesty, and I
Yes.
appreciate you being honest with us, Amanda. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you think Laura would feel if she heard you say that about her, though?
I don't think that I would care.
Oh,
I
good.
mean, maybe she would change her ways. Maybe she would make some self-improvement. I would hope.
It's good that you wouldn't care, because Laura is actually on the other line listening.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Hi. It's good to know how big of a bitch you are.
Seriously.
You were hiding it the first time we met.
I was trying to be polite because I have manners and know how to act in public, unlike you.
Well, at least don't judge people based off of what they're wearing.
Honey, it was not only what you were wearing. It was what you were saying, how you carried yourself, and also not to mention the fact that you don't even have a real college degree. You have a trade degree. You have a certification. You're a dental assistant. And what are you planning to do with that? Are you planning to be a dentist?
What the f*** are you talking about? A dental assistant is a very respectable job, and I'm trying to better myself. You're such a f***ing bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Laura.
How are you going to judge me? You work at a freaking call center. You're customer service. Your job isn't that great, Missy.
But I have a college degree.
Yeah, to answer f***ing phones. Good job using that education.
I feel like me and you walking down the street, people would look at us and they would know that I am automatically better than you. And
What?
I don't want you in my family.
You know what they would know? They would know that someone who came from nothing and is bettering themselves is doing a hell of a lot better than someone who has a 4-year degree and is working at a call center.
To Amanda, do you honestly think that you're a better person?
I'm sorry. If you called me, I'm just telling you what I know. Don't try and act like I'm this bad person because I don't want this in my life.
Oh my God.
You know what? I feel you, Amanda.
All right.
Amanda, I feel you. Like, I have to walk around every day knowing that people are lesser than me, and it's frustrating. It really is.
You're such an ass.
And I feel you on that. Thank you very much for your time. I would like to see if actually you two would like to get together for a second date, maybe a hangout. I'll pay for it wherever you guys want to go, a happy hour or something.
You think I want to go and hang out with a dental assistant, trashy? I have better things to do with my time.
Well, Amanda, the way that you just described Laura sounds perfect for me. I mean,
Oh my God. First of all, I'm so glad we called her because now I have no reason to ever be anywhere near that family again.
No kidding. And there's a good reason why her brother is her only friend. That's for sure.
No, sweetie. I'll be fine. Thank you very much.
Hello?
hi, may I speak to Callie, please?
This is she.
Callie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? Morning radio show?
I know the name.
You've heard the name before?
No, I know your name. I know who you are.
Okay, sweet. Well,
Why are you calling me? What's going on?
I'm calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners. You went out with a guy named Ethan a little while ago. Do you remember meeting Ethan in your language class?
No. Yeah. I mean, we didn't go out, but yeah.
Okay, so you didn't go out on a date with Ethan?
No, not yet. I think he's cute.
What? You do, but you want to go out on a date with Ethan?
We'll see. Wait, so he called you?
He emailed us, actually, and he told us all about your date. Well, he told us all about hanging out with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of an odd little hangout session because he was thinking it was a date. Obviously, from your response, it wasn't a date. Everybody, though, wants to know who the dude was that was there hanging out.
Yeah, it wasn't a date, and that was one of my best friends. That's my friend David.
Oh,
So there's nothing between you and David?
No, he's been one of my best friends for like 5 years.
Really?
So when he asked you to hang out, you just thought it was just for fun and that you guys were hanging out and your best friend could hang out too?
Yeah, no, he just asked if we could hang out, so I invited him over. So he came over and hung out with us, and then we all went bowling, and I mean, they hung out, they were cool, which was good. I mean, that's really important.
Yeah, totally.
So you're not a swinger?
And there's that.
No, why?
Oh, man. Callie, that was my theory, was that the dude was over there on purpose, and you were hoping that he and Ethan could get to know each other very well with you. No?
Wait, who said that?
I said that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wrong? You're not a swinger?
No, I'm definitely not a swinger, but I know some if you want me to give him your number.
All right. Well, maybe we can talk later, Callie. Not right now. But you can see why I would ask the question, though. It's kind of weird when a guy says, "Hey, let's hang out," and you're like, "Sure, come over." And then you come over, and there's another dude there who continues to follow you throughout the night. He pays for everything. It's like
Follow me, like that's my friend. We invited Ethan to come out with us. I don't understand what's going on right now. Like this call is weird.
Well, but Ethan thought it was. Well, I understand the call is weird. Thank you, by the way, for staying on the phone with us and not hanging up. I appreciate that. But Ethan thought he was going.
You guys are cool. I'm just trying to get a handle on what's going on.
Well, Ethan thought you were going on a date.
And Ethan thought he was really clear that it was obvious he was interested in you.
No, I know he's interested in me. It is obvious, but I just met the guy, so obviously I'm just going to get to know him. It's important to be friends first. Like, I'm not just going to go date some random guy.
Yeah, you should tell Ethan that. That's what I think.
I haven't talked to him. I mean, I guess I will when I see him. He hasn't called.
Callie, why don't we change the fact that you haven't talked to him? Because he's actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hola.
Oh.
Hey, Callie, how's it going?
I'm not sure right now. Like,
I just was a little, I could not figure out what you were thinking because when I asked you if you wanted to hang out, and I know I should have said date, but I thought your response was like you were interested in me, and I show up, and then there's this guy there, David, who's like, I guess he's a nice guy, but I don't know, and mainly the fact that I had to pay for everything is like so.
Wait a second. Why
annoying
does
to
this
me.
keep up about you having to pay for stuff? Like, you offered to pay. Did I tell you to pay?
No. You were busy bowling and eating nachos and shoes that someone else rented.
It's just
You're being weird. Like, if you wanted to know what I was thinking, why didn't you just ask me? I actually was interested in you, but you totally just ruined it.
I know you think that I'm being a weirdo, but if being a weirdo can save me about, $40 to $50 every time I see you, I guess that's good.
Wow.
You're so cheap.
Hey, Callie?
I don't even know what to say right now because I was interested in you, and now you're just being immature.
Well, I guess since I'm immature, it's okay for me to go ahead and say that you're being a gold-digging b****.
Wow, this deteriorated fast, didn't it?
I'm so sorry that $40 is a lot of money for you. Like, if it was, you shouldn't have offered to pay. Like, it's in such bad taste to then, like, come back later and talk about something that you paid for. It's pathetic.
But Callie, I feel like you used Ethan to take you and your friend out for a good time.
I don't think
It's
so.
what it sounds like to me.
No.
If you let him
No, you're
pay
not
for
listening.
everything.
I actually was interested in him
Okay.
before this call.
Did you ever offer to pay at all, or did he just go the whole time? Was Ethan like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. It's cool. I'm a cool guy. I'm Ethan. I'll just pay."
I don't know. My grandma taught me right. I don't ever pay for anything when I'm with men. Like, that's...
All right. Okay, but that's just the way you were raised and how you do things. You don't pay for stuff.
No, and I wouldn't expect to pay for anything if we ever went out on a first date, which will now never happen.
But I mean, Callie, like David might be your friend, but it's not Ethan's friend, so he shouldn't have to
Then
pay.
why is he paying for him?
Yeah,
I don't know, Ethan. Why did you pay for everything?
Because they just sat there with their hands out.
All right, at this point, I would like to see if you two crazy kids would go out on a second date or a first date, whatever. Callie, it will comfort you to know that I will pay for it. Yeah. Will you go out with Ethan again?
Hey, I have a lot more friends. If you want, to pay for a party, I'm all for it.
I can pay for a party with you and your friends. So, is that a no? You're not interested in going out with Ethan again?
No, not at all. I'm sorry. I don't mean to joke, but it's really funny now.
That's fine.
Oh, so you don't want to go out with her, Ethan?
No, I can't. I can't afford it.
What about her friend Dave? Why is this guy getting screwed out of another date? Ethan, you want to go out with Dave again?
No, it's over. Me and David are a thing of the past.
This is the saddest second date update I've ever heard. I liked you guys together.
Hello?
Can I speak to Julia, please?
This is her.
Hey, Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
You listen to the radio at all?
Yeah, I listen to the radio.
Okay, have you heard of Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
No.
Okay, you didn't have to say that so quickly. We're a morning radio show, and I recently got an email about you. It's from a guy that you went out on a date with. His name is Kevin.
Oh.
Do you remember Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked to Kevin a little bit about your date. It was an interesting one. He told us that he took you mushroom hunting. Did you enjoy that?
I mean, it was okay, I guess.
It was just okay?
It was kind of weird.
It was weird?
Yeah.
Was he just like was he just too into mushrooms maybe for you?
He was really into the mushrooms. It was kind of all the date was about, really.
But it's kind of cute though. You can give him credit for like sharing his interest with you and trying to do something different.
Yeah, I guess. No, I don't though. No. It was a really weird date. It was really weird. I mean, he took me out to the forest and we looked for mushrooms. Like, what kind of date is that?
Is that not the normal date that you usually go on?
No. But we messaged back and forth for a while, and he finally asked me out, and he asked if I wanted to go get some mushrooms, and I said, hell yeah.
Oh, were you thinking a different kind of mushroom?
Well, obviously. I like to go out with my friends and party and have an awesome time.
So he didn't say to you, do you want to go mushroom hunting with me? He just said, do you want to get mushrooms? And you were like, let's do this. I've got some tickets to see Diplo this weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
That is exactly what happened. I thought we were going to go out and have a wild time and get some mushrooms, and instead we went into the forest and searched for them to put on mushrooms like burgers or something.
Oh, my gosh. When did it actually dawn on you that you weren't going to be doing psychedelic drugs?
about halfway through our picnic when we were sitting in the forest and looking at birds.
You're like, those birds are actually real. I want to see fake birds that are in my mind right now.
Exactly. We're just not compatible. I'm just about having a good time.
Okay. And at any moment during the date, did you think about telling him that?
There were a couple times that I thought about it, but I just didn't think it would even be worth it. I didn't think he'd get it. And also I was in the forest with some guy I didn't know. I didn't want him to, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what would you say to him if you could tell him anything right now?
To be more clear about what kind of mushrooms you want.
Okay, well, you can actually tell him that right now because Kevin is on the other line listening.
What?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, hey. Hey, Julia.
Oh, my God.
So you thought when I said, let's go out and get some mushrooms, you thought that I was saying, let's go do drugs?
I mean, yeah.
But it's a first date. Well, why would we go do drugs and trip on shrooms on our first date?
I mean, why not?
I like your attitude.
Why not? I love to go out and have fun. I mean, I've said that. I thought you got that.
I had absolutely no idea that's what you wanted.
It's fine. I'm into doing my fun things, and you're into doing your stuff.
Well, just because I don't do shrooms doesn't mean I'm not fun. I'm definitely fun.
Really? Prove it. What is your idea of fun? Going in the forest?
I just think you don't understand me because I am actually a lot of fun. Every weekend I actually go bowling with my childhood friends. And, you know, we get beer and we get a couple pictures and, you know, I do fun stuff too.
You go bowling and take pictures and that's fun. Okay.
I didn't say pictures, I said pictures of beer. We get crazy.
Really crazy at the bowling alley, huh? Okay. But Kevin, I'm sorry. It's just this. I have very different ideas of fun than you. My idea of fun is going and staying out all night, literally all night, having whatever pills people offer to me. Oh my God. And dancing to EDM music throughout the night, and that's it. And 24-hour ragers, man, like that's my idea of fun. And your idea of fun is going into the forest. So I just don't see it happening.
I stay up late too. I can stay up late on you know, I can do 24-hour parties.
It doesn't sound like it, Kevin. It's not a bad thing. That's just you. Just be you. That's fine. I do have to ask, Julia, would you like to go out on a second date with Kevin? We'll pay for it.
No, that's okay.
Okay, that doesn't really surprise me very much. Kevin, are you okay with that?
I mean, I guess I am okay with that. I'm fun. I know I'm fun, and I guess I just have fun in different ways and kind of better ways.
All right, Kevin. Well, that second date didn't work out for you. I'm sorry about it. But there is a girl out there who will like to hunt for mushrooms with you, I'm sure. Okay?
Yeah, I know there is.
All right.
There's lots of them.
In the meantime, I do have somebody I'd like to introduce you to that I think you might click with very well.
Nice.
Her name is Molly.
Hello,
Hi, is Megan in?
this is she.
Megan, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
Sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning? Nothing?
No, I know who you are, but
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm calling you because you recently went out with a friend of our radio show on a little bit of a date. His name's Tuggy.
Yep, kind of an unforgettable dude.
Tuggy liked you a lot. He emailed us and wanted us to call you and ask why you won't get back to him.
Didn't seem like he liked me. I was not getting that vibe. He basically almost killed me.
Yeah, he told us about that. He feels bad.
Oh, good. He feels bad. I'm glad.
He also told us how you ditched him and made an excuse to go to another restaurant and then ran out their back door. Was it that bad?
Yeah, some of my finest work, actually. I saw the nearest restaurant, and I was like, I know someone that works there. Bye.
Do you regret maybe giving a guy named Tuggy on the internet your address to pick you up?
I didn't. No, his name was not Tuggy when we got together. His name was Daryl. I gave a Daryl my number, and a Tuggy showed up.
Oh, that sounds like the start of a very, very, very bad story. And I guess it was for you, Megan.
Please, from minute one, this guy was a clown. I was like, I can't do this.
Can you explain the date in your words? What happened? Because the way that he told us, it didn't sound. I mean, obviously, his little stunt sounded like a big deal, but everything else sounded okay.
Honestly, we weren't on a date that long. He picked me up. I said, nice to meet you, Daryl. He said, call me Tuggy. I was like, okay. It basically got worse from there. Then he drove as fast as he could and slammed on the brakes right before hitting a wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm like, that. I don't know in what world that's a funny joke.
Uh-huh.
Then he drove really slow to kind of like really stick it to me. Like, is this slow enough for you?
Oh, my gosh. Then he's condescending on top of
The
it.
jokes continue.
Wow. As you have whiplash in the passenger seat.
Yeah, very funny. Just, I was in stitches.
Sounds like it.
He is driving down the street, and then he's like, if you don't think that's funny, I can do impressions. And then basically started, like, barking like a dog, and then was behaving like a sheep. And I was not reacting at all.
Well, they're impressions, yeah. It's
They
an
are.
impression of a dog and a sheep.
Animal noises.
That is, I would be scared. I would think I had just gotten in a car with a psycho killer.
I mean,
It was a joke. It was just a joke.
Megan, that's Tuggy. He's actually been on the other line listening this whole time.
God, why would you do that? I just told you that this person, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't understand why you would put me on the phone with him.
Man, why do you make me out as like some sort of serial killer? All I just wanted to do was have a good time, you know? It's like
Your idea of a good time is near-death experiences followed up by acting like a jack.
That sounds like fun to me, Tuggy.
And it sounds like a perfect recap.
Honestly,
even if we
if
hit
there's a
that
girl
wall-
out there that likes almost dying and then getting barked at, good luck to her.
we didn't almost die. Even if we hit the wall, we were just like maybe had like a broken wrist.
Oh my God. How comforting. Good for you.
You know, listen, I am seriously sorry. I know you were scared, and that's not what I was going for. You know, I just got the vibe that you would be into some sort of practical joking, and like, you know, I read the situation wrong, and I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say.
Why do I feel like even right now you're joking? I mean, within minutes, I felt like my life was at risk, and I found you completely off-putting. I don't know anyone that would enjoy what you were doing in your behavior. And
Is he barking?
I can't. All right, well, I'm glad you got that out. You're a f***ing idiot. I want nothing to do with you. I really hope you're happy.
Tuggy, you're not helping your case by barking at her.
You just can't stop the jokes, man.
It is a pretty good impersonation of a dog.
Thanks. I've been working on it for a long time.
We can tell.
I mean, like, should I apologize for who I am? I don't know.
No.
I guess so. Is that what I need to do?
No, I mean, if that's who you are, Tuggy, own it, you know? But you and Megan clearly don't click.
You know, man, she made me feel real bad. Like, I
Poor
feel
guy.
real bad.
Oh, no, I made him feel sad.
Yeah, Megan. I'm assuming, Megan, that you don't want to go out with Tuggy again. We will send you out on a second date and pay for it. I'll even pay for transportation so you don't have to worry about Tuggy driving.
I would rather pay for my own dinner 10 times than see that dude again.
Well, Megan, do you at least have any advice for Tuggy before we let him go in his future dating conquests?
I mean, I wish him luck. I don't really know.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. I'm done. You win. You really win. You win.
Yep. Yeah, man, I'm just going to be me, and you know what? So I'm sorry for that.
That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
You just be you, Tuggy.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Simone, please?
this is Simone.
Hi, Simone. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, where did you say that you're from?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Okay. I'm not familiar with that show.
Oh, so you're the one.
I don't get it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, really. That's fine. So if you don't listen to our show, I'm calling you today because you recently went out on a date with somebody who does listen to our show, and he asked me to get a hold of you. His name is Kevin.
Okay.
He's texted you a few times and hasn't heard anything back. Did you not like going out with Kevin?
This is just really weird that you're, I don't know, calling me and asking me about this.
I understand. We make a ton of these phone calls. It's never not weird. But do you have a few minutes to tell us about your date with Kevin?
I don't know. Is this going to, get really weird and personal? Because I definitely don't want to do that.
Get as personal as you want it to get. We're just wondering why you're not calling him back. That's all. And he's wondering why you're not calling him back.
I don't know. I just guess I didn't really get the right kind of vibe from him.
Was he like too nice? I mean, we talked to him. He sounded really nice. Maybe too nice?
No, he was appropriately nice. He's the right level of nice. I don't know. There's just something about him that didn't quite come across as the kind of person that I would normally want to date.
Is he creepy?
No, he wasn't creepy. He was sort of, frumpy.
Frumpy?
Yeah. My first impression was that he wasn't making a lot of effort for this date.
So you like he dressed poorly?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he seemed he hadn't washed. I don't know, like I was wearing heels and I was wearing a really cute dress and I wanted to make a good impression and I didn't get the idea from him that was important.
Were you, because I always think frumpy, immediately I think chubby. Are you not attracted to him because of his body build?
He's cute. Not frumpy like chubby, just frumpy like I threw this on and whatever.
So you feel like he didn't put in enough effort to try to impress you?
Yeah. He was very polite. It's not like he was a jerk or anything. He was a nice person. I just had this sort of feeling from him that he is not a particularly motivated person or has any sort of real kind of hustle.
Really? You know what? There's nothing more unattractive to me than somebody who isn't motivated. I will agree with you on that. And so that's the vibe that you got, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he just seemed kind of vague and uninspired, and I have a lot of passion, and other people who have a lot of passion, he just didn't seem to have a thing
you don't
really excited about.
You don't want to date somebody that's going to sit on the couch and just watch Netflix all day, suck your bank account dry, right? Yeah, I understand that completely.
You want to be with somebody who wants to make something of themselves. What is wrong with that crazy person in the background?
Sorry.
I'll explain to you why Jose's laughing so hard.
Okay.
I think I might know why you had a hard time connecting with Kevin.
Yeah.
We talked to him a little bit, and he told us he was trying something different with this date. A lot of his previous dates judged him for how much money he has. So he was trying to sort of dumb himself down, I guess, to not seem like he was as wealthy as he is.
Why would somebody do that? That doesn't even make sense.
He told us that he wanted a normal dating experience with a regular girl that he met online.
Yeah, but a normal dating experience, you still, put on a button-down shirt. I mean, that doesn't even...
I'm with her.
Listen, as rich as this dude is, he probably doesn't even know what a normal guy dresses like.
Seriously.
But wait, who is this person? Is this guy some famous person?
No, if you looked him up online, you would know who he is.
Are you going to tell me? I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information.
I'll just let you talk to him. How about that?
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's Kevin. He's actually on the other line and been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God. You've been listening?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God, Kevin. I'm sorry I called you frumpy.
That's totally fine. I was actually going for it, going for a certain look. So I can totally see what you were seeing.
I just feel like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this information because whoever this person was that you were trying to pretend to be is I don't think that's going to get you any more dates either. I don't.
Like, I want to be clear. It wasn't like I was trying to be someone else. I just didn't want to divulge everything about my life and like have you get obsessed about like my family and money like everybody else I've gone out with.
Well, I think at this point, the only thing I can do is just ask you who your family is.
Yeah, that's what I was avoiding. I don't want it to be about that. I don't want it to be like some sort of like I'm wooing you with cash here.
Well, I wouldn't want it to be about that either, and I'm sorry that you've had that experience. I understand why you've had that experience, but give me a chance to not be that kind of person.
So wait, I can't tell, Simone, do you want to go out with him again, or do you not want to go out with him because you still think he's boring? I can't tell.
Yes, I want to go out with him again. I just need Kevin to promise to be authentic.
Okay, well, at this point, I would love to ask you guys if you'll go out on a second date. I will pay for it. We already know Simone wants to go out. Kevin, would you like to go out with Simone again?
I'm going to have to pass. I'm going to have to say no, man.
What? Really?
This just didn't... What? This just didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
You're the one that called in to get a second date. And you're the one that told her about the money.
I didn't say it. Jubal told her about the money.
That is true. I just wanted her to know what she was missing out on by not calling you back. Why don't you want to go out with her now? It sounded like you were into it before.
The whole point was to be anonymous, and now the whole thing's kind of blown up in my face. She knows who I am, sort of. And I don't know.
Who you are.
Yeah, she doesn't really know who you are yet.
Yeah, but the money has come into the picture, you know?
Okay, I think that's always going to be a problem for you, though, man. Like, you're going to have to get over that at some point.
It's going to be a problem because it keeps making it a problem.
Yeah.
Well, now I just really don't want to go on a date with you because of your tone. I mean, you sound kind of bitchy.
What?
Jeez.
You know what? Good luck. I don't want to go on a date with you either.
Oh, great. Well, maybe I'll date one of the actual radio listeners rather than you. So
you want to date one of our listeners?
Good luck with that, buddy.
Hey, trust me, I can get you a date with one of our listeners.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Andy, please?
This is Andy.
Hey, Andy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From where?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
I don't know what that means.
That means that you are on the radio with us this morning. My name is Jubal, and the reason that I'm calling you is you recently went out on sort of a date with one of our listeners, and they were hoping to reconnect with you, but they haven't heard anything from you since you guys first met.
Okay.
Her name is Marianne.
Oh, my God.
And
Really?
you met Marianne at the airport a little while ago.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, she told us a little bit about your experience, how you met her because she accidentally grabbed your bag, and then you guys ended up hanging out for a little while having drinks, and then had to go to your flights.
Yeah.
Well, Marianne is wondering why you haven't tried to call her to get a date.
Okay.
Do you mind telling us why?
So, yeah, she was great. And it was weird, meeting her in the airport. And we talked for a little bit, and I don't know, it was good.
So you liked her, and you enjoyed your conversation with her?
I did.
Okay. She felt the same way. She thought you guys had a great meeting and was excited when you texted her back before your flight. But she's confused why you haven't even tried to call her to ask for a date.
So, I don't know if she told you, but when we first met, we just kind of hit it off, and we kind of skipped the name part. We were just talking, and then at the end of it, when I found out that we lived in the same area, and I was asking for her number, I realized that I didn't know her name. And it was really embarrassing, and she was really cute about it. But that's when I found out that her name was Marianne.
And that's a problem for you?
Why would that be an issue?
No, I mean, it's not normally an issue. It's just, I just got out of a relationship. And it was like 4 years long, and her name was Marianne.
Okay.
That's kind of
So
weird.
she has the same name as your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right. And you feel like that's too hard for you to get over that?
I mean, it's weird, but also
I don't know. It sounds stupid talking about it, but
I don't know. I think I get where you're coming from, Andy. If I just got out of a relationship and somebody had the same name as my ex-girl. Look, I once dated a girl named Debbie. My mom's name is Debbie.
Oh,
right?
I could never do that.
I actually thought it was funny, and that's why I kept dating her. But most of my friends were like, dude, that's weird. I wouldn't want to date some chick with my mom's name. So
what bad time.
I guess I get where you're coming from.
it's that, and like I don't want to tell my friends that I'm dating another Marianne, and I don't want to tell my mom that I'm dating another Marianne.
Bring up all those
If it's like a couple Mariannes removed, maybe that's different. But if it's like right after a Marianne, everybody that you meet is going to be like, "Oh, hey, how are things with Marianne?" Good. Which one are you talking about? Marianne 1 or Marianne 2?
But couldn't you just shorten her name and call her Mary and then just solve all your problems?
I didn't really think of that, but
or just Marianne 2.0. There's all kinds of stuff you could do. So you liked her other than the fact that she's named after your ex-girlfriend?
I didn't really know her for all that long. You know, we only just talked for those 20 minutes, but there was a spark. There was definitely some potential there.
Don't you wish you could have a few more minutes just to talk to her to see how you really feel about her?
That would be nice, yeah.
Okay, well, cool, because she's actually on the other line listening.
No way.
Yes, she is.
Hi, Andy.
Hey.
Sorry to do this to you. God, I had no idea. I mean, I wish you would have said something, I guess, and what a coincidence.
Yeah, right? It was a little weird when I found out.
So you were with the first Marianne for 4 years?
Yeah.
Why? And it was, what happened?
I mean, again, it's kind of weird talking about it on the air. She cheated on me, so did not end well.
Mariannes are notorious cheaters, aren't they? Marianne.
Hey, that's not fair.
How do you feel, though, Marianne? Like, okay, so Andy wasn't calling you back because your name kind of scared him off a little bit. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I gotta say, that's a first for me.
Well, and if you think about it, he's never going to call you the wrong name, ever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of weird. I wouldn't want him to think of the other girl every time he said my name. I don't know, but Andy, I don't think that should be what's stopping you. It seems a little bit sad to just kind of throw away what could be a great opportunity just because of something that is out of my control in a way.
I mean, it is a little weird, and you have to look at it from my perspective. If we did go on a date and something did come about it, then I'm dating someone who had the same name as the girl before, and therefore all my coworkers, all my friends, it certainly complicates things, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I don't really quite understand what the problem is. It's not like we're getting married right now. We would just be going on one date. You wouldn't need to tell anyone. You don't need to tell your family or your coworkers, and I wouldn't tell anyone. And if it went any further, we would go from there.
You can just keep it a secret until you maybe learn that you really, really like Marianne and you're willing to take the plunge and date her, and then you can tell people about her. Andy, would you like to go out on a second date with Marianne? I will pay for it.
I don't know, man. It's just, it seems like a really good idea now, but I know that if things did kick off, it could just cause so many issues in the future.
But look at it this way. You've already been on a lot of dates with Marianne before. This is just be like one more date with Marianne, and then you can decide if you want to continue that or not.
Yeah, there is a lot of emotional baggage behind all of those dates with the other Marianne, though. You know what I mean?
And, I mean, not to hinder your response here, but I can't imagine when your ex finds out about this. He is so not over me. I mean, that's what she's going to think. I'm sorry, Marianne. I don't mean to...
Yeah, we're trying to help her out
I know.
I mean, guys, come on here. I don't know. Look, this is all a surprise to me. If it's going to be too hard for you, I don't want you, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I would never want that. You know, you'd have to be able to get over it. So if you're not going to be able to, then I guess it's not worth it.
Andy, let me ask you this. Is the Marianne that's on the phone right now hotter than the last Marianne?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
Yeah,
then there you go. Because you bring the whole ex-girlfriend thing, it doesn't matter. You got a Marianne upgrade, son.
Yeah, you could definitely spin it that way.
So will you go out with the hotter Marianne?
Oh, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, why not?
Yes! All right. Congratulations, Marianne. You got your second date.
Awesome. I mean, I won't let you down, and I'll even let you call me by my middle name if you want.
What is your middle name?
Elizabeth.
He's like, oh, man, that was like 4 girlfriends ago. Congratulations, you guys.